ring. It chose you. Take it.
Hi, this is Simon Canlish and welcome to another marvellous video. Gather round, DC fans, because it's time for another chapter from the Green Lantern folklore. While they lack Superman's invincibility, Wonder Woman's divinity, Batman's brilliance, or Flash's speed, the Green Lanterns are among the most important members of the Justice League history. Over the course of 8 decades, all of DC's Green Lanterns have demonstrated that darkness cannot withstand the light of their rings, which are among the most powerful and famous weapons, not only in the DC universe, but in the whole universe of comic books. The Green Lanterns are practically limitless in terms of power, yet certain restrictions nevertheless constrain them. After all, they are responsible for maintaining cosmic peace, yet some of them have gotten away with using the enormous power of their rings. While their rings only demand their creativity, effort, and willpower, some of the material they make is powerful enough to destroy the entire DC universe. While many different heroes have donned Green Lantern rings, the rings themselves and power cells that power them have evolved considerably during the years. It's time to take a look at the origin story of the power rings of the Green Lantern Corps. Before we go on to our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you, and let's begin. The Green Lantern Power Rings, the beginning. When Alan Scott, DC's first Green Lantern, appeared in the All-Star comic issue number 16, what fans now know as the Green Lantern Power Battery was simply referred to as the Green Lantern, and it talked to Alan, describing how to utilize its abilities to battle evil. Scott's original lantern was composed of metal, as shown in the Doomsday Clock, and Alan crafted his ring out of the lantern's metal, yet it remained unclear what was within the ring or its lantern. Alan called it the Emerald Flame, but accounts given decades later revealed that the ring, lantern, and energy were all part of an enigmatic artifact known as the Star Heart. Alan was able to make his will come true by wearing the ring, which gave him the capacity to fly, phase through barriers, and protect energy. The Guardians of the Universe sought to concentrate all of the universe's magic in an orb called Starheart before forming the Green Lantern Corps. This operation failed, but the orb's remains finally reached Earth and came into Alan Scott's hands. On Earth 1, the initial Green Lanterns were armed with handguns rather than rings, which had to be recharged with batteries resembling a lantern. Starting with Rory Dag of Rojira acquiring the first ring of power, those other proto-Green Lanterns probably obtained rings and were soon invited to join the fledgling Green Lantern Corps. The Green Lantern Corps typically always wore power rings after the Infinite Crisis, but its predecessors, the Manhunters, used firearms. All of this changed when the Silver Age with the introduction of Hal Jordan, who irrevocably transformed Green Lantern into a cosmic hero with a new origin for the character, his ring, and the source of its power. Instead of being powered by magic, the Green Lanterns were now a technical wonder of extraordinary sophistication, built by the enigmatic Guardian of the Universe, who awarded thousands of such rings to deserving heroes from around the galaxy to form the Green Lantern Corps. The wearer's willpower was still utilized to control these rings, but the lantern they carried was now known as a power battery, and it was used to recharge the ring's power every 24 hours as the Green Lanterns chanted their famous Holy Oath. Since the charging procedure takes time, many Green Lanterns recite their oath as the rings charge. The oath is not necessary to charge the ring, but it's spoken to reaffirm the person's dedication to the Green Lantern Corps and to time how long it takes to charge the ring. While many Green Lanterns make up their own oaths, most follow the Corps' formal oath out of respect. Other versions of the Green Power Rings. Owen Power Ring. The Guardian known as Mead Lux constructed a power ring exclusively for the Guardians during the early days of the Green Lantern Corps, known as an Owen Power Ring, which had the same powers as a conventional ring, but it was powered by the wielder's own strength and so did not need to be recharged. Unlike a conventional Green Lantern ring, an Owen ring lacked the impurity that restricted its functions against yellow-hued materials. The development of such a weapon caused a severe schism among the Green Lantern Corps. Troops who had lost bodies due to opponents wielding yellow weapons lost their faith in the Guardians. the Honor Guard Ring. There is no documented difference in ability or strength between the Honor Guard Ring and a regular Green Lantern ring. Only the Honor Guard Ring has a unique design. After the core was destroyed, Kyle Rayner wore this ring for the first time, and it was the first ring to employ the new recharging procedure of only needing to be refilled when the ring was depleted, rather than once every 24 hours. The Nazi ring. As seen in the Green Lantern Annual Volume 3, Issue 3, released in 1994, we were exposed to a universe in which the Nazi Party won the Second World War, and Heinrich Himmler fashioned a golden ring imbued with the spirits of a dozen Nazi priests and the demon Karelia's dream. This ring was lost 50 years later when a renegade Nazi took it and gave it to a party foe. Karelia attempted to replicate the ceremony by making a new ring, but she sacrificed the lanterns of the green this time. Ring of Volthoom. As seen in Green Lantern Volume 1, Issue 18, Volthoom traversed with the multiverse with the Travel Lantern until he arrived on Earth 3, where Modru was residing. When they first met, Modru combined a portion of Volthoom's soul to produce the ring, known as the Ring of Volthoom. The Ring of Volthoom is a wicked ring that drains its owner's power, murdering them from within. This ring is considered the polar opposite of a Green Lantern ring, preying on the wearer's fear rather than willpower. Only by conquering and suppressing their anxieties can the Ring of Volthoom be laid to rest until the owner's concerns re-emerge. Fun fact, every Green Lantern ring may be charged to 100% and beyond while in the proximity of a Blue Lantern or someone holding a Blue Lantern ring. An overcharged ring enables its wearers to move quicker, build more prominent and robust structures, and exert enormous energy. There is no known limit on how much a ring may be overcharged, however the most that it has been seen is 325%. The functionality of the power rings and batteries. The rings and power batteries are sophisticated technological devices with several computerized components, including artificial intelligence with monitoring and tactical capabilities. Both appear to be made of crystal-like material that can change its form and dimensions to match any enormous, minor, or weird extraterrestrial appendage. While the crystal substance is highly resilient, it may be crushed and fractured, yet it does not twist or crumple like metal. Every Green Lantern's ring is charged by a power battery, and each power battery obtains its energy remotely from Oa's central power battery. This gigantic building is the source of every Green Lantern's power, and the focal point and repository of the Guardians of the Universe's vast force. The central power battery is stocked with an enormous quantity of Amphira's green energy, which was later revealed to represent the literal force of the DC's universe, emotional rage. The central power battery takes the atmospheric emotional energy of willpower emitted by humans throughout the universe and stores it as actual energy within its crystalline boundaries. The energy is then wirelessly transferred and dispersed among the universe's power banks, where it remains until a Green Lantern uses it to recharge their ring. Things created with a Green Lantern power ring. Let's take a look at a few of the most amazing things ever made using a Green Lantern power ring. Spirits of themselves. Numerous Green Lanterns are capable of doing so. They're effectively turning themselves into green ghosts. Nonetheless, its utility is priceless, since they can fly considerably quicker than their host. They enable the Green Lantern to explore ahead or approach and oversee distant locations. A whole populated city. In the story depicted in Return of Superman, Hal Jordan visits his hometown of Coast City, only to discover that it's in ruins and that all the locals had either died or left. Jordan rebuilt the entire city with his ring rather than wasting his time mourning. The entire city and everything within it, including the inhabitants, vehicles, creatures, and even plants, were recreated. And from Jordan's perspective, the people and animals even possessed their own awareness. A space station. Alan Scott, the first Green Lantern, conjured out an operable space station out of thin air in order for the Justice League heroes to convene. It even had furniture and was just as viable as the Watchtower. That is, of course, assuming the Green Lantern stays focused and aware of the space station. When it comes to energy structures, this is one of the most astounding accomplishments ever accomplished by a Green Lantern. Kyle Rayner's projections. Among all the Green Lanterns, Kyle Rayner's creations were the most inventive, as he is the Corps' sole artist. To beat Amazo, a dangerous villain, he once created constructions of the entire Justice League. Speaking of dangerous villains, Kyle Rayner went completely insane about one particular foe, Major Force. Rayner created a working electric chair, particularly for him, and zapped him with the Green Lantern ring's electricity. Why so brutal, you ask? Well, Major Force murdered Rayner's girlfriend. Can you blame him? He even created kryptonite once. The Green Lantern ring has the ability to emit a limitless quantity of energy. This encompasses all types of radiation, including kryptonite radiation. A Green Lantern only needs to visualize and create a crystal flock, fill it with the appropriate radiation, and Superman would run away from him. The most noteworthy application of the Green Lantern kryptonite was in Superman, Man of Tomorrow issue 13, where we saw Superman becoming mad and going rogue once again. To stop the Man of Steel, Martian Manhunter devised a clever plan. He infiltrated Superman's mind to acquire the kryptonite formula and conveyed it to Kyle Rayner so he could make a large amount of green crystal to defeat him. Doppelgangers and duplicates. The most powerful item ever made by a Green Lantern ring is itself. More precisely, the Green Lantern ring can effortlessly create another replica of itself. This second ring is permanent and performs the same job as the original. That second ring then can replicate itself, and so on and so forth, creating an entire army of Green Lanterns without engaging the Corps' other members. Scary, right? How powerful is the Green Lantern Power Ring? As I previously said, the Power Ring's powers have no set upper limit. The creation of green, solid light constructions, primary weapons whose precise physical makeup has never been revealed, is the Power Ring's most recognizable effect. Only the ring bearer's willpower may restrict the size, intricacy, and strength of these structures. Whatever the user perceives, the ring will produce. When activated, a Power Ring surrounds its wearer in a shielding force field that supports life. Thanks to its force field, the user can fly, traverse hostile terrain, and enter hyperspace to cover great distances swiftly. The ring also creates the wearer's Green Lantern outfit, which may be donned over regular clothing. Each Lantern's outfit differs depending on their physique, personal preferences, and racial and social standards. Moreover, power rings have the capacity to emit electromagnetic radiation at a range of frequencies. The wearer may concentrate this radiation into a beam that resembles and operates like an intense laser. Also, they translate every language spoken throughout the cosmos, enabling real-time communication among the many alien species that make up the Corps. Wearers of the Power Ring have the ability to pass through some types of rigid construction, such as walls. The Green Lantern Power Ring is also a little portable time machine. It's akin to Flash's Speed Force, but less intense and more controllable. To travel across time, a Green Lantern just has to have enough willpower to power their ring. Of course, time traveling with a Green Lantern ring is not easy, as it takes tremendous willpower. The Power Ring may, upon request, recreate a holographic setting using information stored in its memory banks. The ring's wearer can see the events unfold in a ghost-like condition, but cannot choose how the replay turns out. The Green Lantern can also heal wounds on himself or others by using the ring. The capacity of the ring to cure physical injuries appears to be a holdover from earlier iterations of the ring. Occasionally, it can be seen that the ring can keep the wearer alive even after their body has entered an irreversible condition of death. Unfortunately, the ring's greatest strength is its greatest weakness as well, as the wearer's willpower determines the ring's potential. This impacts its intensity, the number of items it can generate, and other factors. To keep all effects active, the user must concentrate and distribute their energy across all of these. Formerly, the color yellow could not be directly impacted by the rings. Now, if the wearer can accept fear, which is embodied by the color yellow, they can avoid this. Yellow might make Rocky Lanterns more vulnerable since they are more fearful. Their biggest weakness is red power rings, which absorb and dissolve their energies, making the green rings absolutely useless. Marvelous verdict. Well, that brings us to the end of the video. Though initially imagined as a creation of metal and magic controlled by the will, the Green Lantern's recognizable ring and power battery are now impossibly brilliant technological feats that employ a dependable method to gather the actual willpower of the cosmos and transmit that energy to the deputies of the Green Lantern Corps as they battle the atrocities of the multiverse. The power of the ring increases with the wearer's level of imagination. How imaginative are you? Tell us in the comments what visualizations you'd like to test if you ever got your hands on a green power ring. And if you like this video, hit the like and share it with all your friends. I'll see you soon.